So you're getting more serious about trying to direct something soon?
I'm not ready. I still want to. I want to desperately, and I'm learning as much as I can in every movie. I'm in an interview.
That was good.
Thank you. I'm practicing.
If only you had a gun, then we could have the whole Winter's Bone thing.
This is the real world.
When you got to Los Angeles, where did you go first when you came here?
Oh, we went to this magical land called the Oakwood Apartments.
Okay, explain does everybody know what the Oakwood is?
Yeah.
Explain what the Oakwoods are.
It's this terrifying compound, more or less. Where allegedly terrifying. Where every young actor, I feel like at some point, has gone through there. And it's this giant apartment complex that has a barber shop, a movie theater, a convenience store. You can live in there and never leave.
I made a joke, actually, to one of my friends. Like, before I came here, I watched a Hannah Montana episode. And I said, she looks like a nice girl. I'll meet her one day. And,
oh, really? And did your friend laugh at you?
Yeah. He did.
He did.
Yeah.
And now who's laughing?
Who's laughing now?
You.
Because I think I've seen your picture 3,000 times in the last 6 months.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's very lovely, but it's like, you know, it's like everybody fell in love with you. People love the movie. People love Winter's Bone. But then people also, you became kind of the it girl overnight, it seemed like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody told you?
Yeah, I didn't get that memo.
You didn't get the memo? You didn't
never
get the
got that
text?
email.
So, I mean, do you feel that? You don't feel it at all?
Do I feel like the it girl?
Do you feel like, well, or that you're seen as the it girl, at least?
No. That would be like, that'd be terrible. Yes, I totally feel like the it girl. No.
What is it like to actually live there for an extended period?
I've been there off and on for like 5 years. I'm not there anymore. I've made it out finally. I'm in prison. But you know, it's interesting because the competition is crazy there. All these kids are all going up for the same roles. And when I was younger, I just thought of it as being a great time because I have to hang out with young kids. But the parents are ruthless. Ruthless. I got freaking like cornered by these 3 moms once, and at this point I was like getting callbacks, which is like a really big thing, you know, when you're starting out, and so these moms cornered me and basically made me read my lines to them so they could tell their kid how to read them, and I was just like, okay, I took a shower and cried for hours afterwards.
They held the script up and made you read it?
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
They make you feel dirty, that's why you took a shower?
Yeah, I did.
Have you met the Cyrus family?
I have, yeah.
Do they like you?
I think so. Yeah, her mum was the executive producer on the last song, so...
So, wow, so she was your boss,
family,
and you were... Wow, so you were sneaking around with the boss's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You have to do that. Yeah. Let me tell you something. That's a good way to get a bullet in your achy, breaky heart.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, actually, 5 years ago, well, now I guess it was 6. Huh. My mother, maybe 7. Okay, I'm focused. My mother read the script years ago, or not the script, the book, and she said if they ever make this into a movie, you'd be perfect for it. And I didn't listen to her because she's my mother. And
it was a really great shoot. A lot of action, a lot of adventure, a lot of guns, explosions, and all that stuff.
Had you ever fired a gun before?
I had. I'm from Kentucky.
Well, you're like liberal fighting. Like, I didn't know if you were okay.
But no, I had. But I had never fired an AK-47, a 50 caliber on top of a tank. Like, I've never done that kind of stuff.
What do you... Oh, yeah. I have a few.
Hold on a tick.
A tick?
You making pancakes wasn't really making I mean, you sprayed it out of a can into a pan.
Was it good, though?
Yeah, I mean, they
so
taste,
do you think like my
taste
cooking is
good, but
actually good? Or do we go out to eat always because you hate everything I make, besides mini wheats?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, stop yay.
Well, it was out of a can. I mean, it was...
But, like, what about my other food that I, like, sometimes make? I don't really make
Like the
much.
oatmeal out of the bag? Like that kind of thing?
I don't burn it or anything, or, like...
You warm things up really well.
I mean, I think that everybody and their mother pretty much agrees that you're going to be Academy Award nominated. Is that intimidating to you?
Well, now that you said it, yeah.
You're still not supposed to say the words out loud?
No, it's, yeah, well, now that because I don't know how to read. I'm, like, 20. I know how to, like, take my dog to the vet and, like, go to the dentist. I don't know how to, like, respond properly to something like that. I just kind of, like, smile and then change the subject. So I'm going to change the subject now.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Oh, God. There's so many places, including New York, which I miss every day.
Really?
Also. Yeah.
Manhattan?
Manhattan, of course. Where else would I be?
Where in Manhattan?
Upper West Side, right across from Lincoln Center.
Oh, my gosh, I was on the Upper West. Sorry. Hang on 1 second. I was in 57, between 5th and 6th. Like,
I lived
Columbus
at
Circle West.
Lincoln, One Lincoln Plaza, which is right across from Lincoln Center.
Yeah, we were neighbors.
Oh, man. You know, I've come to a conclusion that actresses are all crazy.
Oh, really?
But I can't stay away from them is the problem.
Uh-huh.
So I just,
Do you think actresses are crazier than actors?
It's a different kind of crazy. It's a very different kind of crazy.
Really?
We're both not okay. I know that much. Yeah.
And so does it make a bad combination, do you think?
It's an interesting combination. It makes for a really fun time and really bad times as well.
Really?
But you know, it's something I'm just gonna have to deal with all my life. I kind of feel like.
Yeah. Well, what a cross you have to bear.
I know, right?
Were there any cultural differences between you because she's an American?
Food and humor are the two biggest things, I think.
In what way?
Well, I mean,
let's start with food.
Let's start with food.
Because I'll eat anything.
Have you had Vegemite?
No, but I heard about it in the song.
Yeah. What song is that?
You gave me a Vegemite sandwich, the Men at Work song, Down Under.
Yeah, that's her.
That's your national anthem, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
Right?
I've never had the, whoa, I'm on camera, because I'm like, well, I remember filming the movie, so it's not really odd that I'm watching it now. I kind of saw that coming.
Brother.
I got a younger brother,
No sisters?
No sisters.
So when you have a younger brother, how much younger is he?
He's 3.5 years younger.
So you want to be a kind of a role model and an inspiration to him.
I do. I think here's the thing. I don't technically torture him. It's not torture. I call it making him a better person or making him tougher. There was one time back home in Kentucky, we used to play airsoft, like these BB guns that shoot plastic BBs, and he was wearing no shirt because we'd been swimming, and I had a machine gun, and I told him to run, and I just lit him up across the back. But I was making him a tougher person because I didn't think he was tough enough.
And so did he go down?
He went down hard. But then the thing is, like, all like everything, platoon style. But no, he went inside, told my mom, crying, and she came outside and took the gun from me and handed it to him, made me take my shirt off, and I stood there, and he just laid a whole clip in straight into my back, exact same spot, nearly point blank. And so I got tougher after that.
What is Vegemite?
It's just like salt, basically.
See, even you don't know what it is.
I mean, it literally, it's like black and it's salty.
Sounds delicious.
It's really good. I mean, I guess you have to grow up on it to
Probably
appreciate
one of those things. And did she like the Vegemite?
No, she sniffed it and threw it away.
Yeah,
she wasn't impressed at all.
Was there anything she liked?
We have these things on Phillip Island where I live. There's this shop called Dr. Food, which is like a bakery.
Dr. Food?
Dr. Food, yeah. And we have these meat pies, which is basically like a chicken pot pie, but it's beef. And on top of it, it's like a pile of macaroni cheese. It's a macaroni cheese meat pie.
So this is why
They're pretty much the best thing ever.
This is why you need the.
I guess you gotta.
This is why you need the doctor after you eat the food, right?
Yeah.
I stole the sheets from my trailer to bring back to my apartment. I stole a French press that came in my trailer, like a kettle. Like I was stealing all this stuff, like sneaking it into my car. My driver called me a squirrel. He's like, "You're just like a little squirrel, just collecting everything." And I was, because every day I would come back and like take something else, because I didn't want to just come out with like a big load of things. So I thought they would catch on. But...
We can put you on Celebrity Hoarders. Come out with that.
I saw the original before I actually knew they were remaking it, because my parents were big fans.
Oh, that's nice. So
Yeah.
your parents are probably more excited than
Totally.
you.
They're like, they're remaking Red Dawn. Are you serious? Like, that was my favorite movie when I was in high school. I was so freaked out.
Party in the USA.
Can I hear like just like a bit?
Party in the USA, yeah.
No, you have to do not do it.
Not in my head, like, yeah.
Move it right.
Love that song
Move
so
it
much.
right. Like, yeah.
Moving my
I'm just
hips.
saying, Liam, you heard that song when we were in
yeah.
Tybee when I was recording it, and you were
this water looks good.
you kept singing the Jay-Z part. Don't lie, you love it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you like when I do that.
Jay-Z songs, yeah.
See?
So I promised my dad that I would make a movie with Clint Eastwood, because he has a huge man crush on him. Huge. Clint Eastwood and John Hawkes are the two men that I think my dad would run away with.
So you're halfway. He's halfway there to Nirvana because he's spent some time with John.
Yes, yeah. And he called him. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. He called him Badass the whole time in Sundance. Like that was like his name. And then like later, my dad was like, I don't think he likes it when I call him Badass. I'm like, of course he doesn't. Why would he? You just announced that was going to be his nickname and just assumed he would like it. But every time he'd say it, John was like.
Climbing a rock is. You look at it and go, I think I can climb that. Or when you're halfway up, I mean, what is your process?
There's definitely some halfway up, I shouldn't be doing this kind of moments. I went climbing the other day, and I was like 60 feet up, and I was doing this kind of climb where you don't have a rope above you, you have your rope attached to you, and you have to like clip in and do all this stuff while you're hanging on by like 2 fingers. And
I made a joke the first day I was here, and I was with a friend who's American, and I said there was this old lady walking across the road, and she had like a bright yellow tracksuit outfit on. And I said to my friend, oh, that's a nice outfit. And he looked at me, he's like, yeah, I guess. I was like, no, I'm kidding. I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's little things like that.
It might be your dopey friends.
Yeah.
Striping friends, exactly, yeah. You gotta mingle with some other friends.
Yeah, just bad sense of humor.
I'm very stubborn, which is why I have a cold, because I refuse to take vitamins, because I was like, I don't have a cold. That's stupid. Anyway.
So you're supposed to have a doctor who comes in and gives you just the right drug to make it all go away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm supposed to snap my
celebrities
finger.
can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
That's not the real world now, is it?
Oh, wow.
The real world, you just get sick. Yeah, so I'm just sick. But I did it again. How did I get here?
Don't know.
Where are we?
are.
What were you saying?
When I first found out that I got the role, I couldn't speak. I was so excited. It was literally, you got the part. I couldn't say anything, and I'm never speechless, and I was.
I've got kind of like homeless friends. You've got like kind of like
posh, like
Gucci
super.
friends.
And sometimes I'm really good at direction, but I know that if any of my friends watch this, they're going to argue with me, but I am. Just sometimes I'm not. But sometimes I'm really good at direction.
But then I actually tried going back to high school for one semester, but that's all I lasted. It was horrible.
What happened?
I had to get up early every day.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was awful. I sleep until like 3 o'clock, and then all of a sudden I get up at 6 a.m. and sit in a classroom for 8 hours.
You sleep until 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Most days,
Oh,
yes.
my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. You rarely see the sun. You're like a vampire.
I am, yeah, without all the cool parts of it, just the sleeping part.
I play Will Blakely, and he's basically the star volleyball player who meets this girl and he falls in love with her, and they're kind of perfect for each other. They kind of allow each other to be more of themselves.
Is it something that I will cry when I go to see it?
I've had lots of grown men in suits tell me that.
You have, really?
Walked out with tears, yeah, a lot.
I'm being trained for X-Men, and so I'm in like really good shape, and it just makes me want to like fight. I keep wanting to like race people or like fight, and I wanted to learn how to wrestle the other day because I saw these two guys like wrestling, and all I wanted to do was like jump in it and fight, and so I like told my trainer, I'm like, I want to start fighting, I want to start wrestling, and he's like, okay, calm down, tiger.
But I was cliff diving once in Hawaii, and I did a belly flop from 50 feet, and I ended up going to the hospital because I was like coughing up blood and all this horrible stuff.
But wait a minute, but you didn't plan on doing a belly flop. It went.
No,
you
I
were
wasn't
trying to do like
no,
a trick dive.
I tried to do a front flip, and I don't know why, because I've never done a front flip of anything higher than like a diving board. But I thought, oh, it's a great idea. I'm gonna jump off a 50-foot cliff and try to do a front flip. So I over-rotated and flailed and smack, and it was.
What did that feel? Do you still remember? Yeah, I'm sure you can still remember.
I don't remember the moment of impact, but I remember the moment afterwards and being like, I can't breathe. I'm trying to swim, but it's not working.
It had to almost have been like you hit cement,
It was rough,
just flat,
yeah,
right?
it was rough,
And you were bleeding from your mouth?
I was bleeding, yeah. It was bad, bruised ribs, and there was a whole bunch of people there watching because everybody was jumping off. And then after I smacked the water and got up and was coughing up blood, they're all like, "We should probably leave now." So everybody left me, and I was like, "Ugh."
Well, thank you, Miley, for coming today. Thank you to Movie Phone and to you for watching and sending your questions.
Lauren, the girl who plays Gail in the movie, we had a very good "That's What She Said" for Deborah. And the bed where I'm like in the scene where I'm beat up in the waterbed. And the room was too small for everyone to be in, so Deborah had to be in the other room on the monitor, and then she would yell action in the bedroom, and Lauren and I knew that we couldn't look at each other because we would just break, and then finally we both at the same time without even looking at each other just went, "That's what she said." So every time I see the movie, I think of that scene, like in that scene, I'm like, "That's what she said," like elbow Lauren. But yeah, other than that, nothing really stuck. No.
So there are big laughs in this movie that nobody even knows about.
Yeah, no, we had
you.
a blast. That movie was hilarious. You guys just don't know. Yeah.
Right? Oh. But my mom wanted to stay in hotels. And there's some nights that she did decide to camp, she had to have an air mattress in the tent. And not only was it an air mattress, but it had iPod speakers built into the air mattress with Wi-Fi.
Really?
So it was like
Wi-Fi?
camping. Yeah, all camping sites across the U.S. have Wi-Fi now.
Really?
And it's very frustrating.
Wow.
It's very frustrating. I just want to rough it, and I have to like check my Facebook status.
Well, yeah, you're forced to once there's Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
It's like, what are you going to do?
Excuse.
Not check
it? Exactly, yeah.
So you can actually, like, instead of looking at a real rainbow, you could look at the double rainbow video.
No way. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Full rainbow. Yeah, I love that video so much.